Hello, unleash, open up, my dear unlimited human. I'm so pumped to actually be joined by you if you want to share about your story, about your brand, about your emotions, about how you actually share who you are with others. This is an open mastermind. I'll be here to actually, I'll share my take. And if someone actually joined on this live and I'm about to drop a banner so that you can see how to join it, um, I'm absolutely happy and even happier to have a conversation with you about how to create a compelling personal brand story. Because it's the challenge with the challenge that I'm going through with other around 40 coaches. We're creating content to help humanity to evolve at a faster rate and to create this, this snowball rolling and to make sure that so many actually get the messages, the tips, and whatever that we are sharing. So now I am reminding them that I'm here and that I'm live in this very moment. And if you want to hop on, just know that you're welcome. This is a conversation. It's meant to be, at least. And just let me drop the banner super quick. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Learn to more. Be live. Where is the be live kind of thing? Hang on a second. I don't have a be live with me banner. I created in this very moment. But okay, let's start talking about it, right? What makes you resonate with someone? What makes you feel connected to someone? And you can comment, let me know what is the very first thing that you get attracted by when you connect with a person, consciously and unconsciously. And please don't go into what you know about this, but go about what you feel about this. Because I mean, what you know, we could go about, yeah, the first impression is about the body language. That's the first thing you see, and that's the first impression you get of a person, and so on and so forth. And so I'm asking you, what do you feel connected to? I'm asking you this question because really, ultimately, as we are here, I have an obsession for a number in particular, which is the 144. 144 is a number that it's then in its own resonance has the power of community, the power of spiritual connection to someone, to the 144 that souls that are spread across dimensions and existence that make you connected at a deeper level. I'm saying all of this because as we speak about creating compelling personal brand story, it's a very business thing. I am not a business coach, and to be very honest, I don't demand being one. So if you have good advice, technical advice on the matter, on the topic, I would actually invite you to give it to me. So what I'll do for now is something very precise, which is to open some of the posts that are from my fellow coaches. Um, there's one guy. Okay, let me see. Because they're sharing some great stuff about the topic today. One of them is Paul Strodike. I hope that I didn't butcher your name, dear Paul. Paul Strodike um, wrote his own story. He wrote his own. It was a um, pretty compelling story. And the point there is that he puts emotion in it, right? He puts his own struggle, and he shows you how he transformed throughout his life and what you'd get if you connected with him. And now, what I wrote in the caption of this video live stream is that your vibe attract your tribe. You know me as a very energetic person. Like, I always speak to soul. I really like to be practical. I am all in for service, all in for impact and creating a ripple effect of good change for humanity and the planet. And I'm relentless about it. That's my vibe. When it comes to the story, we need to consider what created the vibe of it. Why that is my vibe? What's the story behind it? And what is the copy, the message that I repeat continuously, that supports this sort of energy, vibration, identity, feeling? So I speak to soul. I say that your soul signed you up for that, and I I speak to that, sharing how my soul signed up for adoption. My soul signed up for rejection and abandonment at an early age. I was abandoned. I was adopted. I felt abandoned. I felt adopted. I felt rejected. And that was a driving factor in my adolescence, right? And there was drugs, and there were addictions, and there was rebellion and fight with my parents. I wasn't appreciating them for what they would do for me at any given time. And this is part of the story. This is the story. This is the facts that happened to me. But as those facts happened to me, you might resonate with those or not. What is the energy? What is the transformation that out of that story I made my own, and how it could serve you? That where the compelling word comes to importance, relevance, becomes relevance. So the title of this is how to create a brand story. So it's a brand. It's meant to glow and show something of your personality, of who you are, of how you feel about reality. It's meant to do that, and it's meant to do it explicitly. So you need to have worked out something within you and have understood some parts of you and be ready and willing to bring it out. And the more you elevate, the more you're willing indeed to share, the more you attract the ones that deeply and truly resonate with you. And this is why personal development is so important when it comes to branding. You're the essence of what you create. I'm working with a client. He's a hotel owner, and this guy, he's shifting a lot in his life. Pretty much right now, he's 50. The whole family separated from him, and now he's doing some deep inner search and cleansing. Okay, and he's finding his essence. He's started to truly implement his essence into the hotel, the brand. Started to think of new ways he could offer his hospitality through, not just hotel, not just hospitality, not just a bed and breakfast, but a place where, for example, philosophy could be talked about, and a place where people come and feel good and peace, because that's what he wants to feel. That's what he feels within. That's what he's going through. He was able to find it within himself. He's the host in the hotel, in the bed and breakfast. Therefore, he's the one who plays that essence and expresses that essence through his service. The brand name, I won't disclose the name of it, but the brand name reflects that. And so I'm sharing all of this. I'll recap hyper quick. And if no one joins, eventually I will cut it short. The point in these is that who you are matters more than what you do. Who you are drives and guides and dictates what you do in your business and in your brand. Now, I don't usually speak to business. I'm not a business coach, as I said, but today the topic in the 31-day challenge is specifically the brand story. Therefore, it's quite related to business, right? So who you are matters way more than what you do in your business, because then you have to do something. Yet it speaks volumes if you walk the talk, if the actions and the essence are aligned on many different levels. On the perspective of integrity, you feel in integrity, so you do more action and you actually follow through, and people feel it. People feel it. This client that I mentioned, he will attract people who love talking about philosophy and write and do poetry and make art. He will attract these people as he start infusing his essence into the posts that he publishes, and that will make him happier, create more resonating stories that will be shared and that will attract more, because at that point they're real stories about real people, about himself and about the others that experienced him and about how he experienced them. And someone will want the same, so they will go to that hotel. Now, this is a physical place, but if you think of the coaching, I am Next Level Embodiment founder. I am here to hold space for you to truly experience deeper level of presence, because that's what I love living in my life. And I'm here to make sure that you tap into the unlimited reservoir of vitality, of energy, because I love to be crazy and jump around and climb trees and run and have a lot of energy throughout my day, because I want to spend time with my kids with the same enthusiasm and energy that I run my business with. That you see me like this, I am like this off the camera, because I am not depleted at night, because I make sure that I cultivate it, right? And so I speak to my soul signed me up to the challenge that it signed me up for, to adoption, to rejection, to abandonment, and the struggles that I had to overcome, being quite of a drug addict, being quite violent, being quite rebellious, and all of that, not accepting authorities, not being in touch with my parents, not being in touch with my emotions, all of that, my soul signed me up for that. I was protecting from all that stuff. Why? Because if I protected from all the stuff, I didn't risk to experience rejection anymore. Now, as I dove deeper into that, I found out much that I could bring out to you. So the only way you can create a compelling personal brand story is that you are real about yourself. You're dead and alive, dead and lively real about yourself. And compelling to whom? Not to everyone. It would be compelling to who's actually compelling for. And you don't want it to be compelling to who you don't care about. I all due respect, if you're one of them, I don't think, because you wouldn't be watching or in my network, or you wouldn't be attracted by the vibe. It doesn't magnetize the tribe, right? But I don't care about the ones who do not care about humanity and the planet. I don't. I show compassion. I show love. I love them. Um I would serve them, but it's not my go-to, right? Who is your go-to? Who's someone you'd spend 15 days alone with, knowing that you'd resonate, you'd have so much good time, meaning you do what you love, and you'd inspire each other, you'd learn much from one another. Who's that kind of human? That's your client. That's who will obsess with what you have to offer. That's who will obsess about what you have to offer as a brand. And I do say it with my people. People who are not spiritual, and who don't want to tiptoe into spirituality, even though I speak very practically. I speak to electromagnetic fields. I speak to the very psychological reasons behind manifestation, and how the psychological reason become somatic reasons, and how the somatic and the psychological, so psychosomatic, are energetic and spiritual, and therefore like the spiritual side of manifestation and the physical nervous system side of manifestation. I speak to all the stuff, you see, even though that I don't attract people who can't stand spirituality. I don't attract normally people who are uh, like all perfect, because I show up in singlet. I show up free. I show up myself fully. I disregard social constructs. I disregard social constructs. I disregard social norms when it comes to you should do that, you shouldn't do this. I'm like, I mean, do I love do that? Do I love doing that? This. So I'll do that. If you resonate, awesome. Let's high five. If you don't, we're not for the same room. So I spoke for quite long. Unless someone joins in the next 30 seconds, what I can tell you is that if you want, if it is your time to find out about your next level, what your most aligned next action in your life is, I do invite you to reach out, because it's time to do it from a space of unlimited levels of vitality, deeper presence, and unshakable integrity, unbreakable connection to your values. It's time to do that from that space. And to do that, you just need to book a call with me. It's a 20 minutes call. I love conversation. We could just become best friends ever, or I could become your client, or you can become mine. But the point is, let's connect. Let's make this life matter. What holds you back? I don't know, but let's unlimit and stay unlimited. My friend, be the message for the world. Act out who you are. And your vibe expressed will inevitably magnetize your tribe towards happiness. Peace.